Namaste to all. Kriyayoga is a tradition that has always been passed directly from a guru to disciple. To be honest, it does not have a history to share. The origins and evolution of this subject are obscured by the complexities of its ancient past. There is not even a story to explain the humble beginnings of the system, as it has remained highly secretive. Kriya Yoga maintains both its purity and effectiveness by remaining free of any superficialities. It appears that the only well-known yogic path not specifically addressed or disclosed in traditional scriptures is Kriya Yoga. Numerous books use the term Kriya or even Kriya Yoga in various contexts. In the Sadhana Pada of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, for example, it is stated that Kriya Yoga combines tapas, swadhyaya, and Ishvara pranidhana. The term tapas means austerity. Swadhyaya refers to self-study, and Ishvara pranidhana, sacrifice, resignation to cosmic will. The definition that comes nearest to Kriya Yoga of Lahiri Mahashya is this one. Another text that makes mention of Kriya Yoga is the Uddhava Gita, which is a part of the Srimad Bhagavatam. In response to a request made by his disciple Uddhava, Sri Krishna explains what he refers to as Kriya Yoga. It involves a ritual worship of one's God using food, flowers, and other items along with particular chants, the deity's consecration, and additional practices. Parts of Kriya Yoga are mentioned in a number of scriptures, but never in great depth. Texts such as the Hada Yoga Pradipika, the Gharanda Samhita, the Shiva Samhita, and others provide detailed instructions on how to perform various techniques, including Yoni Mudra and Mahamudra. Although these techniques are components of Kriya Yoga, they are used separately, which is different from their utilization in the practice of Kriya Yoga. Several other writings also follow this pattern. They offer hints but never provide details. We can only speculate that Kriya Yoga is some sort of ancient, closely guarded method passed down from guru to disciple. The legendary name of Yogiraj Sri Sri Shyamacharan Lahiri Mahashya must come first in any meaningful discussion of his Kriya Yoga. Sri Lahiri Mahashya was called Yogiraj by Kashi's Sachal Vishwanath, Trailanga Swami. Sachal Vishwanath means the walking Shiva. Since then, he has been known as Yogiraj Sri Shyamacharan Lahiri Mahashya by Indian sadhus, saints, and yogis. Sri Shyamacharan Lahiri Mahashya was born on September 30, 1828, in the Nadia region of West Bengal. After the Jolongi River flooded and his family home sank into the riverbed, they relocated to Kashi. As a child, Sri Lahiri Mahashaya studied both Hindi and Urdu languages. He then attended the government Sanskrit college to study Bengali, Sanskrit, Persian, French, and English. He also studied the Vedas in addition to this. Srimati Kashimani Devi was married to Sri Shamacharan Lahiri Mahashaya. The couple was blessed with 2 sons and 3 daughters. Sri Shamacharan began his employment with the British government in the railways in 1851. A few years later, he was transferred to Ranikhet, a town located in the Himalayan foothills near Nainital. As he went about his official duties, he heard someone say, Shamacharan, Shamacharan, I am waiting for you. Come to me. He was not expecting anyone to know his name, so this shocked him. He regarded it as nothing more than an illusion created by the mind. But the call grew increasingly urgent. It said, You come to me, Shamcharan. I am waiting for you. A few days later, Sri Shamacharan resolved to identify the origin of this voice. After finishing his formal duties for the day, he walked up a lonely path following the voice. As the sun began to set, Sri Shamacharan followed the speaker up the hill near Dronagiri. Sri Shamacharan saw the surrounding region illuminated by a dazzlingly brilliant ray of light that emanated from one of the caves in the hills. As Sri Shamacharan followed the light, he came to the cave. He saw a gloriously young saint sitting inside. Sri Shamacharan was greeted by the saint who called him Gangadhar, the name he had used in his previous life. Despite feeling some anxiety, Sri Shamacharan still decided to enter the cave. How the saint knew his name baffled him. The saint asked Sri Shamacharan if he could recognize an asana and a kamandalu that were located inside the cave. Asana means seat and kamandalu means holy water dispenser. The all-knowing saint then came up to Sri Shamacharan and gave him a back pat. Sri Shamacharan remembered his eternal, celestial Gurudev, Sri Babaji, along with his former birthplace and place of meditation. Soon after, Sri Shamacharan was able to remember what happened in his past life. He recalled being a sannyasi in his past life, who, before departing from his physical body, engaged in intense meditation in front of his guru. Then, after touching his guru's feet, Sri Shamacharan pleaded with him to become a sannyasi again, so that he could meditate in front of his revered guru. In addition, he conveyed his hesitation about going back to his family. Babaji comforted Sri Lahiri Mahashaya by stating that his yogic power had connected him to mortal relationship and that his desire had pulled him to Ranikhet. In addition, he stated that disseminating Kriyayoga to people of all ages is essential for the welfare of humanity. Babaji initiated Sri Lahiri Mahashya after purifying his body in a matter of days. Sri Shamacharan's initiation into Kriya Yoga in 1861 was a momentous and auspicious occasion not only for him, but also for the entire human race. Almost extinct at the time, Kriya Yoga came down to earth from the Himalayas to satisfy the thirst of people seeking the right path to enlightenment. After a short time, Sri Lahiri Mahashya returned to Benares and concentrated solely on the Kriya initiation for individuals who wanted to pursue Kriya Yoga. Over time, he was approached by a variety of people who wanted to be initiated into Kriya Yoga. Without discriminating on the basis of caste, creed, or community, Sri Lahiri Mahashya was able to bring individuals from diverse backgrounds to the Kriya path. Sri Lahiri Mahashya was not a big believer in organized religion. Instead, he believed that the captivating influence of Kriya, including its aromatic essence, would naturally disseminate on its own.